In your life, what you need to identify is what are the tiny hinges that swing the big doors. What is the 80-20 of the 80-20? What are the small activities that you can do each and every single day in your business that will produce the highest level of output? And let me show you how this tiny little boat over there that's parked right in front of my penthouse here in London has the ability to help this big, massive yacht. I think these things are worth like $500 million. As you zoom in, you realize that even if this is so huge, it needs a little boat like that. And I don't know exactly what that boat does, but I'm guessing it's to guide the big cruise ship so that it launches off. As I'm watching this right in the back of my penthouse here in London, I couldn't stop but think of the value of mentors, right? The value of how something as small as a boat like this is guiding this monster beast of a cruise ship. And it reminded me of sometimes in life, you have to just go through and get the right help at the right time. And sometimes this help is not reading 10 books, it's not joining a course, it's not joining a coaching program that's 12 months long. Maybe it's just you getting one conversation. It's just you having one simple little breakthrough. Maybe it's just you having one simple insight. For example, last week I was doing this 5-day challenge. 1,100 people, 1,100 people joined from all over the world. As people joined from all over the world, I realized, because I had made this slide, broke down, how I spent like $750,000 plus just on mentors, and I'm like saying, this is how much I paid Dan Pena like $25,000 to spend 7-8 days in his car. So I paid Russell Brunson, nearly $50,000 on his products and services. And I was thinking to myself, I remember paying Russell Brunson $25,000 and then realizing I can't join his 12-month program, his mastermind inner circle thing. But what I could do was I could have a 1-hour phone call with him. And in that 1-hour phone call, I remember telling him about this thing that I wanted to do when it came to marketing. I was going to basically pay $400,000 for a book promotion to get myself on the New York Times bestseller list. And I had like 400 grand cash saved up in this one bank account just for this one campaign. And the assistant I remember I had at the time, she was advising me, hey, this is what you need to do to grow your business to the next level, blah, blah, blah. And then I speak to Russell Brunson, and guess what? He's like, whatever you do not spend this money. It's going to waste of money, waste of time. Don't do it. And I'm like, okay, cool. I'm going to listen to him because I just paid him 25 grand. When you pay attention, right? And I put the phone down and I thought to myself, that was the best $25,000 I ever spent. And what it was just one tiny leverage point. So just like the tiny little boat pushing the big boat or pulling the big boat or whatever, in your life, what you need to identify is what are the tiny hinges that swing the big doors. What is the 80-20 of the 80-20? What are the small activities that you can do each and every single day in your business that will produce the highest level of output? Now, for example, I know making videos is high leverage, whether there's 10 people watching it or 100 people watching it. This is me doing the video once, and now I can have lots and lots and lots of people from all over the world watching. Does that make sense? So ask yourself, in your business, in your life, how can you do something once and how can you have mass leverage? This is why I love digital courses. This is why I love coaching products. This is why I love one-to-many programs, because when you create something one-to-many, now you've removed yourself from the day-to-day grind. Like, for example, we have online courses that we offer. Some of them are maybe a couple of $100, some of them are $5,000, whatever the case is. The last week, I've generated over $100,000 cash collected in my bank accounts because I'm selling courses. Now, I didn't have to be on selling, delivering to every single person, right? And the reason why I share that with you is because I had to create that course once, 2 years ago, before the pandemic. 2 years later, I'm still selling that course. Ask yourself, how can you take your information, the experience and expertise in your head, and how can you package it up so that you can spread to the masses, so that you can teach? This is one of the reasons why I love doing challenges, the 5-day challenges, or speaking on stages, whether it's virtual or online, doing podcasts, because you create the content once and it has mass leverage. And ask yourself this question, how can I create mass leverage in everything that I do? Whether it's content marketing, videos, ads. For example, yesterday I came up with this new ad that basically I'm talking about how to get done for you funnels and all of that jazz. But what I did was I said to my video guy, get the ad and come up with 10 testimonials that you can put in front. And those 10 testimonials, they'll probably be about 30 seconds each and then lead into that one video. So now I just created one video, but now because I have a video editor, I'm now going to get 10 video ads created. Does that make sense? This is what I mean by leverage. And one thing that I've seen all of the wealthiest people in the world do, they're not that smarter than you and me, but what they've done is they've mastered this thing called leverage. And I promise, if you can start to identify, hey, where do you see leverage points? Like I'm looking at this, what do you see when you see this? Some people will look at this and be like, this is a beautiful view of London skyline. That's what some people will see. Now I see that as well, but I also see this tiny little boat aligning itself with this big massive cruise ship to pull and to guide them. I was gonna say guide online, but that's what I'm saying, right? Like who is guiding you and what are the leverage points that you can exploit for explosive growth? Listen, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like more videos like this, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.